Welcome. Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. Hit the like button, comment below, share, do all of that. It's your host, F. Merritt. Listen, man, hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and join the team. I appreciate y'all. Oh, man, where do we start? Anthony Joshua, Roy Jones Jr., Anthony Joshua, and one of the best fighters of all time that we have ever seen of his era, Mr. Roy Jones Jr., having a meeting, trying to come up and see if Mr. Roy Jones Jr. will fit in with being the head trainer of Anthony Joshua. Now listen, you dealing with a former two-time unified heavyweight champion. I have no problem with what AJ is doing. AJ is trying to find himself. AJ is just taking two losses back-to-back to Usyk, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think the first fight he tried to outbox Usyk, mistake. Fired his trainer, brought in Mr. Robert Garcia, tried to get a little bit more dog in him, go to Usyk's body better, and he did a lot better in the second fight compared to the first fight. But Usyk just turned it up, and he's at another level. That's all it was. So now I think AJ's back at the drawing board, trying to figure out what he needs to do, what he can do, what he can't do. And I feel like, you know what? At this time, AJ, you are what you are. But can you take a little bit more polishing in other areas? Absolutely. Is Roy Jones the guy for that? Maybe, maybe not. I feel like it depends on who you're willing to listen to. That's all it is, honestly. Roy Jones being a former fighter, former champion, a Hall of Famer, he obviously knows what he's talking about. Now, as far as the styles, I'm not sure, because Roy could get away with a lot of things that other guys couldn't because he had the athleticism. Maybe Mr. Roy Jones sees something in AJ that AJ doesn't know or doesn't see in himself. Like, maybe Mr. Roy Jones is like, listen, I'm going to take what you can do, I'm going to add a little bit to what you can't do, or the fact that you can't do certain things, we're going to just try to, cover those things up and not let your opponent expose those type of things. I think the lack of head movement for AJ is definitely a problem. That's the number one priority. It is lack of head movement. People question AJ's heart. AJ's got heart. He just styles of opponents that he's picking. I feel like he's going into the fight with a different game plan. But don't forget, listen, there's people saying, oh, he shouldn't be changing trainers. He needs to stick with one trainer. Tyson Fury just did it in between the Wilder fights. He was in camp with Freddie Roach. He was in camp with Golovkin's old trainer. I think Abel Sanchez. He was in camp with everybody until he found Sugar Hill, and that was a style that he liked, a style that he was comfortable with from the beginning. And I mean, he made it work, man. It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. But for AJ, I'm not sure. I think AJ just needs to get back to doing what he does best, and that's just win the fight. It doesn't have to be pretty. You don't have to get the knockout. If it goes 12, cool, but make sure it's dominant. You control the fight. Show the people that you got heart. Like I said, I think he has heart, but a lot of people are questioning his heart. I mean, think about it. You take two losses to Usyk, right? You took a loss to Andy Ruiz. You came back, beat him. You showed your heart. You showed that you're willing to make adjustments and get in there. Okay, cool. The first fight with Usyk, that was just a bad game plan. Like I said, you tried to outbox me. You shouldn't even try to outbox Usyk. That wasn't going to work. Second fight, you brought in Robert Garcia. You tried to outdog and go to Usyk's body, and you had Usyk hurt a lot in that fight. It was a great fight, but you still lost, and I think it's just a frustration of Anthony Joshua. Then, of course, the meltdown outside the ring and him just throwing the belt and stuff. It was just frustrating. So maybe Roy Jones can add a little bit more confidence, add some new wrinkles to the game, focus on the things that he does wrong, fix those issues, and then come up with a better game plan for his next opponent. Not to mention, your next opponent should be a couple, like let's get a Yang out in China, let's slide out there. Let's do a couple other fights, man. I think a Yang and then maybe a Dillian White, who's also coming off of two losses? One loss? Whatever. Knockout loss to Tyson Fury. So, I mean, you get some confidence back, new trainer, take your time, and then we go after the Tyson Fury fight. That's what we should do. So, I mean, hey, listen, AJ, he got the bread, he's got the time. Are you willing to listen to Mr. Roy Jones? Are you willing to actually have someone hold you and make you accountable? That's what it is. Be accountable. Like, these are the things that I'm doing wrong. These are things I need to work on. Let's go. I think it'll work out, man. Salute to AJ. Salute to Mr. Roy Jones Jr. If it works, let's make it happen. If it doesn't work, then we on to the next trainer and see, what new style or what person that Mr. Anthony Joshua will listen to. But bottom line, I think he'll figure it out, man. All right. Hit the like button, comment below, share, do all of that. Hit the subscribe button for all things sports entertainment related. Hit the subscribe button to join the team. It's your host, F. Merrick, Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. I'm out.